Hello everyone and welcome to this Krampus Bockus video. Who is Krampus Bockus, you may ask? The event that StarVolt did in Mortal Online every year for Christmas. And there was a burning house in Fabernum, for example. And there was Krampus Bockus there, and he burned that house down, and everywhere were little loot bags. And you gather these loot bags, and it's like a gambling game, because sometimes there are very rare stuff in there. For example, the Dragonslayer Armatus book, or some other very cool shit. And I hope it will come for Christmas this year again, but let's hear Hendrik's statement for that.
Will we see Krampus again? We plan to add Krampus again, yes. As you may know from the first game, Krampus is our kind of like our Santa Claus that comes in December around Christmas. And there was a tradition in Tinram, the Tinram Empire, that every citizen's name were placed in a urn, and at a certain day, the Krampus were from this urn, and that name of that urn, his house will be put on fire and open loot for all the citizens and visitors. Quite harsh, but that was a tradition that were kept every year in Tinram. And of course, as you can understand, there were always those rich citizens, high important castes, Tinramins, that were bribing their names to get out of the urn. That's why it was suspicious when there were certain areas that was taken from the urn quite frequently, rather than the important, powerful citizens. So yeah, we plan to bring that back eventually. It's all about our time and prioritized order currently. So I can't say if that is a possibility for this Christmas. It would be awesome, of course. It's tradition for many years. But we have very important milestones we want to reach that will bring the game to a whole new level, both content-wise and polish. Wouldn't call Krampus Santa. The thing literally burns houses and kidnaps children. Indeed. It's not a nice, pleasant creature, person. But yeah, that was how the Tinramic Empire celebrated Christmas in their own way.
In the first few years, Tinram didn't exist in Mortal Online 1, so they made the event in Fabernum. Then later they switched to Tinram, and I guess 2018 it was Fabernum again. But let's hope that we will have the Krampus Bockus event again for at least a few weeks, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, where you gather 1 million loot bags more or less to get the final very rare items like the Dragonslayer Armatus book, or maybe the Rizza weapon books and stuff like that. So I bet my ass if they implement that this year, it will be like in Mortal Online 1, where, for example, you really had to gather all day or a few days all day. And then you have the very rare chance to get, for example, a Dragonslayer Armatus book. There was, for example, only 3 books dropping more or less the whole event. I guess it was in 2011, 12, I don't know. A friend of mine got one, but he was 30 hours picking up loot bags. So yeah, it really depends on your personal preferences. And of course, if you have a gambling addiction or not, and how rare StarVolt rates something in there, and how rare stuff really is in there. It really depends. So each year they changed the loot a little bit. So every time it was a lot of fun to collect these loot bags all the time. I did this myself, I guess, for 15 hours straight on one day. Yeah, but that time was more or less wasted because I got the only shit out of there. But sometimes you really can get really lucky. Like, for example, the friend of mine who got the Dragonslayer book that was worth 5k in Mortal Online 1. But maybe they implement something like the Rizza weapon books and stuff like that, and then everyone will fucking gather these loot bags. And in Germany, we really celebrate the Krampus event every year. And in the old German saga, he kidnaps children who behave badly. So be aware of the Krampus. But anyway, leave your opinion in the comments, please. Would be awesome. So special thanks to all the supporters, of course. Carmel, Professor O, Slam of Gaming, Thibni, Lordless, Frederick, Rhonus, Paarthurnax, Vinya, Cologne, Bulldog, Xunila, you, and all the others, of course. So always remember to make Krampus Bockus hard. Party hard. And see you all next time. Goodbye.